Hello and welcome to a layout update. As you can see, the layout has changed, not huge amounts, but I have added some extra fencing, some security fencing. There will be one shed there. All the hard standing's done. There's a little bit of flock added, grass texture just on the edges, a little bit where the ballast is. The fencing needs to be just a little bit trimmed because some buildings will be going here. The office blocks that we built on the last, on a previous video. And the video we're going to do today, I'd like to weather the track. So I'm going to be using these, a very simple method of weathering. You do need an airbrush. But you don't need always a mains one. You can use like a gas canister airbrush. I originally used to have one of those, but I decided to change and get a proper airbrush, which makes life a lot easier. And it's like a simple follow process. Use the right colours and you will obtain good results. It does take still a little bit of practice and setting up the airbrush and things like that, so don't think you're going to instantly get the result you want. Do a test pieces first or go straight onto your layout and have a go with that, but I would recommend building a small test piece of track, just weathering that, just see how it looks. Are you happy with it? Yes or no? Then just go with it. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've sort of done some texture on the road surface, well, pavement road surface, and that is actually just a little bit of N-gauge ballast, then painted grey, just to give it a little bit more of a textured feel, so it gives it more of a tarmac, uneven road. Not quite the roads with the potholes, but not far off. Okay, I'm going to start getting the paint ready for the airbrush, and we'll go with that. The compressor is a little bit loud, so it will come out onto the video, so please bear that in mind. Okay, I'm just going to start now. I'm going to do a little bit of a test on this piece of paper first, but as the compressor's going it will be a little bit noisy and probably won't be able to talk over it too much. Just adds a bit more dirt. Right, I'm going to just clean the airbrush out and let that dry. Okay, second colour. There. Right, I shall leave that one to dry now and refill this. I think we'd run out of paint there. Just a small bit left in there. So I'm going to clean this gun out. So that was like an earth texture just to go along the edges of all the ballast. And it's actually starting to look quite weathered at the moment. You probably can't quite see on the video that well yet, but I will sort of give you a very good close-up once we've finished. Okay, this is the third colour. This is another sort of dirt that goes around the sides of the track. This is a very similar colour to actually the previous one, but it all sort of adds a level of nice depth to the weathering. Come around the other side. We will go to the next stage. Okay, the next one is like a rust colour that we spray onto the rails, and it will give a sort of more of a dull look to the sides. I know we've painted them all black already, but this is just extra weathering. Okay, that's enough on those. I think there's a little bit more here. Obviously you've got to remember to clean all the points out while you've sprayed anything on them. But let's let that dry, and we'll get the next coat on. Now we have sort of the black oil that goes on the middle of the sleepers. So with this you want to just be a little bit more careful because you don't want too much on. But you want enough on to sort of show there's quite a lot of oil and debris deposited. And where the fuel filling station is, I'm going to do a little bit more. Just around the outside as well, just to give it a feel that a lot of dirt and debris sort of deposited there more. And just outside this depot as well. I will look at doing a little bit more weathering on the hard standing. I was just saying there, I'm not sure if you heard me over the compressor, but I decided to do quite a bit here. This is where the refuelling depot is, and locos will have stood there for quite a while, and also standing just outside one of the sheds will have a lot of obviously dirt and things like that. So we'll let this all dry. I think I've got one more colour to go on, and that's just on the edges of the chairs, on the rails. I have just got this one last colour really to apply, just to finish the weathering off on a little bit of the outside and where the chairs are. If you find you don't like some of it, you can always respray some of these parts. I have got a couple of bits that I'd like to just tidy back up, because I think that was a little bit too strong on a couple of the sections, so I'm going to dull them back off with one of the other colours. I'm just going to go over a couple of bits that I'm not quite happy with. So I've started with the first colour that we started with, which will just dull some of the pieces down a little bit. Okay, this is nicely dried now, so I'll have a close-up look. And as you can see where the refueling depot is going to sit, nice and dirty. As you can see, it's a quite effective weathering process, and you don't need a lot of skill, just go for it. Okay, I will leave you there, and I'll see you on the next video.